Happy Friday. Hi, everyone. Are we live? Can you see me? Let me know. I think Amy gave me a little practice run this week, so I think we're good. I'm a little nervous. Put your comments in. Let me know if you're there. How's everyone doing? Have you had a great week? It seems like the US right now, midsummer, crazy hot. Everyone is talking about how hot it is. And meanwhile, here in Australia, it's cold, it's winter. Okay, we've had some sunshine, but it has been super cold. Anyone there? I am kind of early. Let me know. It says there's 5 people there. Put your comments. Let me know. Say hi so I can see if you can hear me. Can you see me? It's looking like it's all good. I have told myself I'm excellent at... Oh, there we go. Hey, Lizzie. Hi, Joan. Hi, Janie. Hi, Jennifer. Yay, it's working. I've told myself this week that I am actually great at tech. Okay, so I have prepped myself for success instead of telling myself I can't do this, I'm too old. So let's hope that has worked a treat. How is everyone doing? I'll just check the comments. I know that probably cuts you off when I move that close, but I can see you guys are there, so that's just awesome. We have I was watching the news the other night. The weather came on the news and they were saying that it is going to be super cold next week here in Australia. It is even going to snow in some areas where it is non-alpine areas. So areas where they don't normally snow, it's going to be super cold. So that's not good for an island girl, but we have each other and we have all of our beautiful USA friends sharing their photos of them, you know, Deb off to see Great Gatsby on Broadway. Like, you guys are living the dream right now, getting to do all the fun stuff while we are hunkered down for winter. Bunkered down, is that the word? Okay, so yeah, Lizzie's asking about the KVL items. Whew, so much to tell you guys. Let me get my list and talk about last week first. So over the week, this week, we have had Lizzie posting in her palm sequin tops, which she just arrived. Lizzie has another trip to Fiji planned and a golf tournament. So she wanted something a little more evening. And the nice thing about our tops with the palm tree sequins on is that they are sequined-y, so evening-y. But the fabric underneath is still cotton, so it's still breathable. You know, a lot of sequin clothing on the market that is more evening is designed and made out of polyester, which is like a nightmare, super hot and sweaty and like wearing a plastic bag when you are in the tropics somewhere hot and warm and beautiful like Fiji. So great. Looks so cute on you, Lizzie. I love that you put it with the black ruffle skirt. Look, that looks super cute. Yeah, Deb, wow, so cool to get to see Great Gatsby on Broadway. How beautiful was that theatre? Amazing. I went to see The King and I many years ago on Broadway, and yeah, it was just like a feast for the eyes. The costuming and the set was just like amazing. Kathy, so cute to see you in that coconut top and the ruffle skirt. Ideal outfit for when it is super hot because that coconut top is so lightweight and breezy and cool. And yeah, perfect selfie, Kathy. You nailed it with the up high. It looked really good. Jennifer in her starfish anguilla top this week. She said it was 90 degrees at 10 a.m. and they were heading to 108 degrees. Okay, that's Fahrenheit. Someone else will have to do the conversion because I'm not good at that. I can convert pounds and kilograms, but I have never got my head around the Celsius Fahrenheit thing. And so, yeah, I was really shocked. So Jennifer lives in Washington State, so Northwest US, and I know it gets super cold there, but I never realized it was like the two extremes that it would get that hot as well. And so cute that her barista commented on her outfit. Don't you love it when people comment and you've got those little business cards to hand out? So handy. Amy cycled 64 miles on these trails, and she had on her bike pants, of course, for cycling. And then she got to keep it cute with her West Indies tank tops made of cotton. So she was cool and she was cute despite, so good to be out there on those bike trails. And 64 miles, that's pretty impressive, Amy, I got to tell you. Even when my sister and I were cycling around Britain all those years ago, which is another story that I was telling you guys if you were there in the COVID year. My sister and I, in our mid-20s, we went across to Britain and we bought bikes, and we had our tent and all our camping gear on the back of the bike, and we cycled all over Britain. And so when we first started, we could do about 25 kilometers a day, and we had sore legs and we were achy. And then towards the end, we were doing 125 kilometers in a day. So we got really, really fit and really, really strong legs. Amazing. Kimberly had on the KVL, the charcoal tank top, so stylish. You needed your pearls. You forgot to put your pearls on with that one because that looks so cute. She also wore the seashell Anguilla top. So that Anguilla top is getting a lot of wear this week with you island girls. So Kimberly had on the white one with the white shells all over. Super cute, completely sold out, guys. Completely sold out worldwide, that one. It did so well. Jeannie caught up with her girlfriends. 51 years of friendship, you guys. Isn't that amazing? So they were friends in their early nursing days in 1973, and they still catch up every so often to get together. Just amazing. So good. Aren't those long friendships just the best? Pam, windy and hot, 91 degrees in Philadelphia. West Indies for the win, she said. She had on the ocean floor tank with the aqua ruffle skirt. Oh, my goodness. Aqua, aqua, aqua. Such a cute, classic, easy to put together outfit. And her 2.5-year-old grandson told her that he loved her pink dress. So she was wearing the aqua, you guys. So her grandson needs some work on his colors, but how cute is that? He knew to comment on her outfit because he knew it was cute. So funny. Janie posted a photo of her friend Debbie, who was on Florida vacation, and she had on a Sea Star sarong that Janie had gifted to her, and it looks so cute. Great match with her aqua swimmers, so super cute. Tammy also had on the Starfish Anguilla top, the same as Jennifer. Those two, they like getting the vibe. They are wearing each other's outfits one side of the country to the other at the moment. So funny. So awesome. So cool. Isn't it awesome? We have all these island girl friends all over the world. It's like, do you remember the old days when you had a pen pal? Is that what it was called? And like to find a pen pal with another girl your age, like in another country, was just amazing that you could share what is different and what is alike about your life. And here we are on Facebook with Island Girlfriends, similarities and differences all over the world. It's just, I love this group. It's just the best. How good are you guys? Jeannie had on the Lahaina dress in navy. She was running errands in the heat, so perfect outfit for running errands in the heat, including getting her natural blonde hair done. Or just so cute. So Jeannie's in Southern California, so super hot there at the moment as well. Kathy posted a picture with a broken shoulder, like the stitching has come undone on the Kauai dress. I have never seen that before. I mean, we've had some issues in most of our things we don't really run into rejects. We don't have a lot. We've had some of those twisted pants. The pink sweatshirt had a color running issue a couple of years ago, and I gave a whole lot away. But that kawaii dress, like stitching coming undone. I've never seen that before. So I love it when you guys let me know. I've sent the new dress already. I always try and make sure that everyone's sorted out. If something gets forgotten, reach out, because it's not by doing unethical business. That's not how I roll. And that's also awesome that you were able to send me a photo, because I can forward that straight to the factory and they are like, oh, I've never seen that before. So yeah, if you get problems, always let me know, because I am all about making things right, and the factory, I like to let them know so it doesn't happen again. So that was awesome that you posted that, Kathy. Jennifer, this week in Perth, Australia, looking beautiful, all made up and off to have breakfast, or brekkie as we call it here in Australia, with her old school friends. So there's another one. Old school friends from way back. Older friends are the best, aren't they? She had on the turtle oversized tee with a starfish cardi. I don't know if we even have any of those left anymore. There might still be some in Australia, but such a good top to wear in winter. The nice long sleeves, it's cozy. I have been living in the giant coral one. This is what I took off this morning. This is what I had on this morning. Just a great layering piece. You put a sweatshirt over the top. So cute. It's got the giant coral and the beading on the front. That is my favorite. I have, it came in white and navy. I think I have 2 of each, and I basically wear it all week in winter. That is my favorite. Terry is off to Amsterdam this week. And someone was going to Italy. Who is in Italy? Can't wait to see your travel pictures. So many people off to Europe at the moment, and I just love it. Another friend of mine from my days in St. Martin, she's Canadian, and she is getting around doing this tour of Scotland at the moment, visiting all these beautiful old castles. And this morning I woke up to photos where she was visiting one of those stone circles, kind of Outlander-ish. And yeah, just so nice to see. I love travel pictures. I love seeing where everyone is and what they're up to. So just awesome. I can't wait to see Terry's photos from Amsterdam. Now, I think it was Kimberly mentioned the word skeeters. What are skeeters? Skeeters, skeeters. Someone help us Australians out. I had no idea what that was. So funny. Last week, Sheila McCormack Sowers was the giveaway winner, and I don't think I heard from her. So if Sheila, if you are there this week on this week's live, please reach out and let me know so that I can organize to send you your hibiscus skirt that you won last week. And this week's winner, before I forget, this week's winner, congratulations to Jeannie Zanstra. Congratulations. You have won last week's, whatever I had on last week. Maybe that was a hibiscus skirt. Anyway, I can't wait to get that out to you, Jeannie. That's super exciting. So what I'm showing you today is the new tops that I have done for the KVL line. And now, like, how did this KVL line come about, you may ask? And actually, for all the new Island girls in the group, I thought I might do a little rewind back to how I came to start West Indies even in the first place. So I am a trained fashion designer. That's what I did. I went to fashion school straight out of school. And so I had graduated by the time I was 21. And then I just I didn't think I was a good designer. I thought I wanted to understand production methods and how to make clothes. And so that was what I really, really focused on, how to fit, how to make patterns. I was a pattern maker. I was a grader. Now, what is a grader? A grader is taking that pattern in the size 10 and changing it into a 12 and a 14 and a 16, or a small, medium, large. So grading is the the tricks of the trade to do with changing a pattern from one size to the next. And we used to in the old days, now it's all done by computer, but we would actually physically make those patterns on cardboard. We would then grade it on the same cardboard, and then we would trace it out so that the 12 was on a separate pattern and the 14 was on a separate pattern. So that's how we did our patterns in the old days. Then one of my first jobs was with a company called Yakka. Now, Yakka is a massive Australian workwear brand. The Australian ladies will know it well. My job there at Yakka, I was the pattern maker and the computer. I ran the pattern computer system, right? We only had one. It was a factory up in Dinmore, which is in Ipswich, up in Brisbane. And I loved it because I love getting into a little bit of tech, right? From handmade patterns into the computer. I was super excited to learn. So basically you would make a pattern, you would cut a sample, try it on, make sure the fit's all good. And then once you know that pattern is perfect, you would digitize it into the computer. And we had like this big whiteboard, and you would stick the pattern onto the whiteboard, and you had a mouse, and you would basically go around the edge of the pattern, digitizing in all the points. And then that would be how we would import it into the computer. And once we got it into the computer, we would grade it up, and then we would do these markers. Now, a marker, if you imagine in fashion production, you get a roll of fabric, and they had this big, long cutting table. And they would have the roll of fabric on another roller. The roller could roll the length of the table, and they would basically roll the fabric down, roll the fabric back, and lay it up until you had it 20 deep or 50 deep, depending on, or 100 deep, however many units you are cutting, right? So I would have to then make a marker that was the same width as that fabric. And a marker is like a giant jigsaw puzzle that we would print out on paper, and you would put all the pattern pieces in to use the least amount of fabric possible so that there was no fabric wastage. Now, often if you've got the front of, say you've got the front and back of a size XXL, they might not fit together on the width of the fabric, right? So you might put the small and the double XL next to each other so that then it fits and you're not wasting a whole square of fabric. So things like that. You would juggle things around and get the pattern, all the pattern pieces that you needed into the marker to use the least amount of fabric possible. So that was an amazing experience for me. I was there for a couple of years, but while I was there, all I was dreaming about was going traveling. So I was saving up all my money to go traveling one day, and I left that job to go on my adventures. But when I was traveling, I knew I wanted to be overseas for 5 years. That's what I told my mum. And I knew that I wanted to work in the fashion industry while I was away. I didn't want to try and get bar work or anything like that. I wanted to stay working in the fashion industry to get experience everywhere. One of my first jobs overseas, I did do some work in London for another the same computer system for a company over there. So I did do that for a while in London. But then I got a job out in Egypt, and I went and worked for this massive factory in Egypt that was manufacturing clothes for British high street stores. And pardon me, they had the same computer system. So that was my job. I digitized the patterns, I did the grading, I did the markers. And then I was also teaching a young Egyptian girl how to run the system as well and keep it super organized. And so that was an amazing experience. I lived in Egypt for about a year. And then I went traveling again, and then I went home. And from there, I got another job as head designer of Billabong, South Africa. So on a plane I went off to South Africa. I actually went there just to do one season. Their designer wanted to go traveling. So I was like, oh, okay, well, that will be fun if I just do a little exchange and I'll come and help you guys for one season. And and that, you know, that'll be fun. Well, I stayed 5 years, 4.5 years at Billabong, another 6 months later. And because I had met my husband and I just kind of got stuck, I loved it. I loved my job. I loved working there. I loved living on the beach in South Africa, just beautiful, pristine, beautiful countryside, and made some amazing friends. And yeah, just got stuck. So head designer for Billabong, amazing job, lots of experience, lots of travel. When I was working there was when at first when I was there, we had a computer system and we were manufacturing a lot. They had their own factory there. But then we started to working with factories in China and India to have garments made overseas. And so, yeah, I started traveling and spending time in India and in China, you know, checking on the factories and getting things set up so that they understood the quality that we needed and the fits that we needed, and make sure the right trims go on the right things. There is so much involved in clothing manufacture that you don't even think about, because there's so many steps that can go wrong along the way. You know, is the color right? Have they got the right trims on it? Have they got the fit right? Are they putting a size medium into the correct size medium garment? Like, are they putting the labels on the correct garment? Things like that. So I did spend a lot of time in those offshore factories in those early days of setting that up, just to make sure things were right. And, you know, sometimes things do still go wrong. Anyway, after 4.5 years at Billabong, my boyfriend, who's now my husband, we bought a boat and we were on a new adventure off to sail to the Caribbean. So we did that trip. And while I was in the Caribbean, we got married, we had a baby. And once I had my baby girl, Maya, I didn't want to go out and get a job. I wanted to start a business and start working from home so that I could be with my baby girl. And so I bought all these beautiful beads in blue, aqua, like a million shades of blue, just like the Sea of the Caribbean. And I started making beaded jewelry on the boat. And so we would sail to the other islands and sell my jewelry in the boutiques, and it was super fun. But one of my dearest friends, Lucia, who was the production manager at Billabong South Africa, she was like, Kimmy, when are you going to stop fiddling around with bits of jewelry and these little things that you're doing and start your own clothing line? I was like, oh, I never thought of that. Like, I'm trained fashion designer, super experienced, worked with factories, worked, you know, pattern making, fits, the whole thing. I know how it all works, but I always saw my profession or my trade as a way to get a job, that I would always have a job. When I was growing up, my mum was a hairdresser. And she always said, you know, you get a trade behind you, you can always come back to it. So when she stopped working to go and have babies, she would have a couple of years off and then she could always go back to her hairdressing. You know, little things change, but not a lot. And I think my fashion degree, I kind of treated just like that. It was just, I could always go back and get another job, right? And so when Lucia said this to me, I was like, oh, wow, I never thought of doing that. I could start my own label. It seems like such a common sense. It's one of those, it was actually one of those Oprah aha moments, right? Oh, yeah, I guess I could do that. And once I started thinking about it, like, here we were in the Caribbean. We were sailing around. We were visiting all the boutiques because I'd been showing my jewelry. I saw what was in the boutiques, and a lot of it was rayon and a lot of it was polyester, which those sorts of things, wearing that in the heat of the Caribbean was just like, yuck, sticky, awful. And so it just hit me that I just need to do cottons and breezy resort wear. And so that's how it started. Lucia and I actually did a trip to India together. Because she was still in the industry and still knew all the factories. So I kind of tagged along with her and found the most amazing fabrics, designed prints. My first print, I think, was like a palm leaf, an overlapping palm leaf, in in different colors, turquoise. Someone posted a picture of that original palm leaf print just recently. Who was that? Was that you, Kimberly? They had a sarong or something, one of the original palm leaf sarongs. Anyway, so that's how West Indies started, and that was 2006. My little girl Maya was only 3 because she was born in 2003. So yeah, it was it was just a journey that I've been on, really. We started off, I sold my first collection, was sold to 13 little boutiques in the Caribbean. So we were sold to True Blue Bay in Grenada, Sun Solutions. Joan was on this call, Joan, local colour in St. Thomas. Shipwreck Shop in St. Martin, of course. So some of those boutiques that bought our collection back on that first season are still with me all these years later. Just amazing. And of course, we've grown a lot. We're now in like 200 boutiques around, mostly around the US, the Caribbean, Bahamas, Hawaii, some in Australia, not too many in Australia. Basically because I need to get in the car and go visit them, and I never get around to doing that. But we've got lots of island girls in Australia now, lots of girls tuning in, which is awesome. So just maybe 2 years ago, one of my Florida sales rep actually said to me, why don't you start a new line that's all linens? And she wanted soft muted colors, not as bright as West Indies, and a little bit more crossover to fashion and less resort, that sort of thing. And so that's how KVL, the Kim Van Loo line, started. I couldn't come up with a name, so I was just like, just call it Kim Van Loo. And yeah, so we've been doing these beautiful lightweight raw linens for about 2 years. It's a way smaller. There's a separate website in the US called kimvanloo.com, so you can check that out. And I've just put on the new tops actually. And it's mostly linen, some cotton, very gauzy, lightweight, luxurious sort of linen fabric, but it's not as expensive as a lot of those really expensive linen lines that come out of Italy, right? So that's my thing. I'm trying to do a beautiful, raw, soft linen, pastel colors line, but without the price tag of those crazy Italian linen brands. And this season, I kind of have crossed it over a little bit more and put some tropical prints. So we've got the palm leaf back, but in the softer colors, right? And then there are the linen pants to go with it as well. So I better just check my notes because I do tend to waffle on. Yeah, so this week I have loaded up onto the website this new top, and it comes in blue as well, sea glass blue, so it's beautiful and soft. And this pink is a great match to the dusty pink pants, the linen pants. You can also wear this topper over the top of the Sardinia dress. There's like a dress called Sardinia dress that has, it's a tank dress. So it's just a very, very basic. I don't actually have one here, or do I? Yeah, I do. So basic tank dress, and you can put the top over the top if you want to cover your arms, or you like to cover the tops of your arms. This colorway, in the photo on the website, I actually matched it up with the silver pants. These are another new color, very soft, light silver. So that just looked adorable. And then there are some more new Venice tops as well. I'm just going to put this one on and show you this one now underneath. This is very lightweight, gauzy fabric. Can you see how kind of see-through it is? It's very light and gauzy. In the darker colors, it's not so see-through, but I actually I've got one of these camisole tops that I just bought from Kmart or somewhere. So it's just like a very basic camisole in flesh color, and you can't see it underneath the top, so it's perfect. So there is the palm leaf top as well. So you've got a little bit of Island Girl happening with in the soft colors that everybody loves. So dreamy soft. And this is a one size fits all, so it's a big rectangle. This fabric also has sort of a chenille sort of fabric woven in, like a stripe woven into it in a chenille thread. So it's really beautiful linen with this chenille sort of finish thread. So that is the palm leaf top or the coral. Either one looks adorable with the dusty pink, or you might like to combine it with the natural, because the natural also looks super cute with it. I'll go and change into that one. I'll go off screen for that. Now the fabrics are super soft and luxurious linens. Put my shoes back on. So here it is here with the natural pants. And of course you could team that one up with that. You can also put this one. I have the chocolate brown pants as well. How gorgeous. So natural is kind of the same color as the leaves in this print. So super lightweight and just so comfy. And it just, this top is dreamy soft and suits everyone. All different sizes and shapes. It covers you up, covers your arms. So comfy. Now, another top that I've just released this week. This one's actually the same palm leaf print, but in the natural. And it is so lightweight that you can hardly see the palm leaf in it. I'm going to put it on with these pants. It's like a cream color. It's just gorgeous. So super lightweight and soft and light colored. It's basically like a cream and a white. It's so pretty. Now, the next top that I'll show you now, the other top that has been released in this release. This is a fabric that is, it's cotton, right? But it has the sort of slubs of cotton woven into it. So if you get right up close, I don't know how clear it is through the internet, but there are slubs of different pinks and whites all through it. So this top here, it comes in two different colors, coral and silver. And you can wear them with the naturals that you might already have. So it looks gorgeous with the natural. It's got that slub texture in it. But you could also wear it with the pink or the silver. So if you wear it with the pink pants, it really makes the pink slubs in this textured cotton pop. So super cute little combinations. You know me, I love to do the mix and match thing and make sure that you guys can do different combinations and build different outfits, especially because you're going to be taking these sorts of clothing on your vacations and you are limited to what you can take. So the more mix and match you can get out of these things, the better, right? So that's with the pink. It really does make the coral pink slub in that hand woven fabric pop. It's super cute. All right, so Australian ladies, what I have done is I have put the KVL items onto our West Indies Wear website. So I didn't have to build and maintain a whole separate website. Now, I still have no stock here at all. So what I've done is I've put the things on the West Indies Wear website. There will be an email that comes out that gives you the link. But if you're on westindieswear.com.au/collections/KVL, you will find the things that I have loaded there. I think it's better organized if you can purchase them and then I will get them. So you just got to know that whatever you buy is going to take 3 weeks till you get it. Okay, so that's the link, westindieswear.com.au/collections/KVL. If you're in the US, you can just shop on the kimvanloo.com site. Okay, so either way, there is a way to get it, and that will ship from Tennessee, and that will be fast, no problems there. It's just the Australian girls, you know, without having any inventory here, I'm just trying to make sure that you guys can still get these lovelies as well. So there is a code to celebrate the release of these new items, and because these are much more of a luxurious item, this code is available to the first 50 Island girls only. Okay, so on the US side, you go to kimvanloo.com. There is a collection, and the link is in the email, where you can get any 2 of the Venice tops. Now, the Venice top is this one size fits all loose, easy to buy, easy to wear, classy top. So any of our Venice tops, if you buy 2, the code is Venice110, and you can get 2 of them for $110. Okay. Now, on the Australian site, you can get any of the 2 Venice tops for $135. So the code is Venice135. Okay. Again, there is only 50 codes available, so best to get in before everyone else. If that's what you wanted. Australian girls, you guys are going to be so well organized for spring, right? Because we'll have it here in plenty of time for that. So it's just a matter of getting it here. If Lizzie wants to take it to Fiji, that's what I need to work around. And if any of you have vacations coming up, let me know, because we always try and sort things out so that you can get your goodies before you leave on your vacay. All right, so our giveaway winner, remember, Jeannie, congratulations. Make sure you tell me what it is that we are sending you, and I will organize that this week. But otherwise, yeah, I think we're running out of time. I think I got the tech right. All that positive affirmations worked. Oh, so happy. Justin, my husband, he flew to New Zealand. Did I tell you this last week? He's on another delivery. So he has flown to New Zealand on Monday. Wednesday was his 50th. So we gave him his presents before he left. And he is right now on his way sailing from New Zealand to Fiji. They have had pretty good weather. It is super cold in New Zealand, colder even than here. And so the first 2 nights were pretty cold, but he says it's starting to warm up. And this morning he actually caught a big yellowfin tuna. He had it on the line. He said he fought it for, I don't know, half an hour or something. And as it got close to the boat, often the big fish, when they see the boat, they realize that they're in big trouble. And they give one last ditch effort to get out of here. And he got off. So he is not eating yellowfin tuna for dinner tonight. I think it's about a week to get to Fiji, so he will be up there for a couple of days and then he'll fly home. He's just helping our good friend Travis and Anna deliver their boat up to Fiji safely. It's the middle of winter, like leaving New Zealand in the middle of winter is a little daunting. Those cold fronts come across, but they have a really amazing weather system. And those two boys, they know the weather like crazy. Justin's very good with weather, as is Trav. So yeah, they have. Justin said this morning, it's like they can see where they are in relation to all the wind that's around them. And he said it's like we are in our little patch of good weather. So they've got good wind, they're doing good speeds, it's not too rough, and they're making good distance quickly. And soon they'll be in the tropics again. So amazing, and a little bit jealous. But maybe there's still a chance, I know I did mention that last week, that I will get to do a delivery with them. So I'm trying not to get too excited, but maybe when they take the boat back to New Zealand, maybe I will get to go. Wouldn't that be fun? Would I be doing my live from the boat? I'll be, you'll get to see, what is it? Dirty hair, don't care. All right, guys, have a wonderful weekend. Thanks so much for tuning in. Lots of love to everyone. Stay cool wherever you are, and stay warm if you're in Australia. All right, guys, have a wonderful week. I'm going to put my glasses on so I can figure out how to turn off. Yay for technology. Have a good week. Bye.